Turning. We are live. We are 1 minute late. I just looked and I was like, oh crap, I need to push the button.
That's right. Well, we're turning and burning, baby. Turning and burning.
I'm still getting organized.
You hear a kitty cat?
Lisa. She's known as, her name is Lisa. She's known as the Cocktail Maven. Big on Instagram. When we were looking for guests, I said, let's do some whiskey cocktails.
Yes.
And there was Lisa. So she graciously agreed to join us.
Because who doesn't want to be with the dummies?
That's right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Long-time listener, first-time caller, super excited.
That's the first time I've heard that. Love it.
Thank you.
So I think we have everything. You sent us a lot of stuff here. We got whiskey, we got bitters.
Right.
You sent an orange. We've got some pipe tobacco. We've got a little measure. This is nice.
Well,
too,
the dummies,
I'm keeping this.
That is cool. The dummies don't usually do, or if we do a cocktail, it's really simple.
Right. And that, well, and that's fact is, I think I said that to Lisa originally. I was like, remember, simple-ish.
And she said, "I'll take care of you."
Yep. Exactly.
She goes, "Yep." She goes, "You're in good hands."
Absolutely.
So, what's the name of the cocktail? Or we're gonna make two?
We're going to make two cocktails today. One has two different finishes, so it becomes two different cocktails, and then a second one.
Okay.
Beautiful.
What's the name of them?
The first ones, we're going to make a standard old fashioned. We're going to make it Maven style. I have a house old fashioned, so we're going to make that with tobacco smoke. We're going to flame an orange to give you two variations on that one. And then the second cocktail we're making is called the Whiskey Social, which is a cocktail I designed for the Sons of Winston Churchill, which is, I don't know if you know those guys, Hasseberg out of Denmark, some guys out of the US. They do whiskey reviews. Great group of folks. So designed a cocktail just for them, for whiskey drinkers specifically.
So Bart, what are we going to do?
We're going to test it cocktail style.
Nice.
I was going to say non-manga style.
Oh, yeah. I didn't go manga. I went with the shirt. He gets on me if I wear too much manga. So every once in a while, I got to just, go with the flow.
I don't get on you.
You do.
You can wear whatever you want to wear.
Off camera, it's like abuse is going on. Just kidding.
Before we get started, though,
tell
just
us some more.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I'm Lisa Carrington. I go by the Cocktail Maven on Instagram, Twitter, social media, my website. I've been designing cocktails for a long time, built all the social media stuff up about a year and a half ago, and it just kind of grew from there. Honestly, I started most of the social media as a place to just post photos of cocktails and things that I liked that was separate kind of from my personal life. I was starting to wonder if I posted any more cocktails on my personal social media pages, if my family wasn't going to wonder I was an alcoholic. So, Cocktail Maven was born.
Perfect.
Also host a weekly podcast with another gal. Her name's Alicia White. She lives in Louisville, Kentucky. She's a bourbon expert. So between the two of us, we host a fun podcast called The Luscious Life. Drops every Monday. We talk about alcohol, adulting, cocktails, misadventures, everything from very serious guests to, the worst night anybody's ever had in a bar. So it's a real sort of mix of fun and booze.
And you said adulting, not adultery.
No.
Yes, thank you for the clarification. I've been asked a couple of times why I had a show on adultery, and I was like,
adulting.
Okay, well, we have our new rocks glasses that we just got in. We'll be using for this.
It's got our Android silhouette head on there.
Okay, I need those.
Yeah, they are neat. And they're sandblasted. See, they're what?
I need
what do you
to
got?
Wipe them out real quick.
What happened? What'd you get in there? Dust?
Yeah.
You're right. There's dust in there.
Yeah.
We need clean glass. He's getting it. We
had everything. They're right out of the box.
They are new. Yeah. Who knows what that is?
Alcohol kills a lot of stuff.
Almost everything. But we're
now. What we've been doing, though, is giving away coins.
Yes.
We don't have any coins this episode. We're going to give away two of these rocks glasses. Right?
Goodness. So the way we're doing that, one, we'll have some kind of trivia question near the end. So pay attention closely to the show. And then the other one will be just from our Patreon list. So if you're not on Patreon and you've been thinking about supporting us for a while, great time to come on because your odds of winning are way big on Patreon. Wow, sorry, I put that down a little hard.
Good thing they got a solid base.
That is good, yes. You like to call our Android in this one, you think he looks like an assassin. Is that what you were saying?
You had a name for him. I was like, no, he does not have a name.
I think
He is
would
like
have
a
name.
silent assassin. He comes and goes. No one ever sees him.
So I think he walks in a little clunky, but he's bringing whiskey. But whatever.
I love it.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
We got 2 rocks of glasses. We've got our ingredients. What do we do?
Tell us.
All right. You need something to mix in. So get that mixing container that you have there.
Boom.
Let me show this off.
And look at that, Vanna.
You said possibly like a 2-cup mixing bowl or something. I was like, well,
way
that one
over
knows.
explained.
Perfect. You know what? It's whiskey. It's going to kill whatever's in there. You're fine.
Thank you.
All right. So I did not send you bourbon for the old fashioned.
We got
And yet the Maven old fashioned normally is Angel's Envy. That's what I put on in the house. But I know that y'all were going to pick something for your old fashioned today. So what did you choose?
When you said have a smooth bourbon, I said, well, what's smoother than Van Winkle 12?
Woo!
Lot B.
What?
I literally have about, I don't know, 5 or 6 ounces left, and I've been waiting to finish her off. And I said, let's make a Van Winkle old fashioned.
Well, you said the fans will love to see that used in a cocktail.
That's right.
I'm not sure that you're right about that. I guess we'll let the chat decide if the fans are excited to see Van Winkle in a cocktail or not.
That's right. At the very least, it'll cause. We like to be dumb.
Here's why. I've had this next to Weller's 12. I can't tell the difference.
That's what you say, yeah. Weller's 12 is good. Everybody calls it the poor man's pappy.
It's a 12-year-old bourbon.
Right.
We can't help it that people like to part with their money and pay exorbitant prices.
We have run into the occasional person that we believe in the liquor store knows very little about whiskey, which is fine. But they want to yell like, where's the pappy? I want pappy. And I'm, even one guy said, there's some of this over here and you can get it right now. And pappy's the only kind of bourbon I know. I'm like, really? There's a world out there, brother.
We got good support coming in for the Van Winkle. Okay,
here we go.
All right, so let's get the glass ready first. We're gonna do 2 different finishes on this. One of them is tobacco smoked. So take that little package of tobacco that you have there, put a small pile of it out on that metal sheet.
Like a pinch, or like
a pinch, a little pile.
Little pile of it.
Little pile. We got a pile.
Perfect. That's perfect. You're going to light that on fire and put one of your glasses upside down.
Should we try moving the camera closer, do you think?
She's walking us through. We're good. Hold on. Bring this back.
I'm going to do it right along with you here.
All right.
Time to mix it up.
We're going to light that. We're going to put a glass over it.
Yep, right over the top.
Do we need the torch?
You're going to need something. Yep, you got your torch. Light her up.
Yeah. He's hot. He might just start it on fire.
Just one. Are we going to do just one glass here or 2?
Yeah.
We're just going to do one this way.
Okay.
Yeah. He's burning stuff right now. My wife's wondering why we're smoking in the basement.
Okay. Then what?
You got a good fire going on it? Just put the glass over the top.
Is it burning? Yeah. Now over the top.
Ready?
Ready?
Go.
Ready.
I can smell it.
All right.
Genie.
So is it filling up with smoke?
It is.
Perfect. Okay. So what you're burning there is rare gem tobacco. It comes out of North Carolina. It's very sweet. It's very oily. That smoke's going to stick to the inside of the glass, and you're going to get the tobacco on the nose in the cocktail. You won't get it actually on the palate though. So it just gives you sort of an extra dimensionality to a simple old fashioned. All right. So let's make the drink. Put some ice in that mixing glass.
Okay. I left my big one upstairs.
Oh,
here, use that.
We had
I've got a big cube.
How much?
You want a big cube or little cubes? Yeah,
well, we're going to put it in the mixing glass, so just enough to chill it up there.
There you go.
We're going to want to chill the cocktail.
3,
a little bit more.
4, 5.
There, good enough.
There you go. Good. All right.
All right, grab that Van Winkle. Pour in 2 ounces.
2 ounces.
2 ounces. You got your measuring cup
right there. I'm keeping this.
He's yelling pappy. I'm pouring pappy in. He's keeping the measuring cup. He loves this cup.
It was just 2. This is a Van Winkle old fashioned.
Woo!
All right. You have a little bottle of Demerara syrup there. It should be blue or brown, I think. It says Demerara on it.
Yep.
Boom. Last one.
Grab that. So ½ ounce is what you need. So what the Demerara syrup is just raw sugar cooked down with water. And the raw sugar is, brown. It's unbleached. like white sugar. So there's a lot of caramel notes in it, which goes, just dump it in, which goes really nice with bourbon. So I always use Demerara syrup with bourbon.
By the way, that tobacco, even before we burned it, smells great.
Doesn't it smell amazing? It's beautiful. You have a bottle of orange bitters there too. Little blue bottle says orange bitters on the front.
Yep.
Those are my house-made orange bitters. So that's a labor of love you got right there, boys.
Oh, Carrington Apothecary. Very nice.
Put in about maybe 4 dropperfuls of that.
4 dropperfuls?
So just...
Yeah, not much goes into the dropper.
Okay. 4 droppers.
Now, that's the official measurement.
Not drops, yeah. Wow.
Okay.
All right, let's stir that cocktail up. That is a fancy stir stick you have.
I thought it was like a hairbrush.
My wife's going to be like, what happened to my blue rubber stir?
Yeah. Are you baking brownies? You can tell them you're baking whiskey. We're baking whiskey.
With Van Winkle, baby.
All right, that's probably cold enough. So you're going to want to take that tobacco glass and put some ice in that. So just flip it right side up. Put some ice in that glass with the tobacco on it.
Ooh, look at that. Nice.
All right, and then pour about half that cocktail in.
Oh, see, she had the big ice cube in there.
And try not to wash off the side of the glass because that's where the tobacco is.
Okay.
All right. So give it a swirl. You're going to taste it the same way you taste whiskey. Start with the nose.
Oh, I get the smoke.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is. Look at that.
And orange.
And the orange from the bitters.
Huh.
The tobacco brings all that sweetness to it. And so, because that smoke's so oily, it'll stay on that glass for the entire cocktail. But you haven't done a whole lot to change the bourbon. You've added a little sweetness and a little bit of orange. So you're still going to get the beautiful pappy coming through.
Yes. Okay.
There's no club soda, no orange wheels, no mushed up cherries, no weird water. Really all you did was just put a couple little things in to sort of enhance that beautiful bourbon.
So bourbon and a couple splashes of orange bitters and a half ounce of the Demerara rich syrup.
Yep. Raw sugar, basically. Okay, I have to show you my glass, though. We didn't get to talk about my glass. Can you see it?
The light's hitting it. I stand with Trooper.
Yeah, that's my stand with Trooper glass.
Nice.
Brett will be on later to explain that, but that's a new hashtag and a new glass that I had designed by one of the local guys here in Phoenix, Barrel Raised on Instagram. He does beautiful glass work. It's all hand sandblasted. No machinery. It's got a nice deep cut to it. It's a beautiful glass. So had to share my glass. All right, let's finish the cocktail differently. So grab a different glass, pour the rest of the bourbon back into it.
Grab a different glass, pour this back into here.
Pour the what's in your mixing glass in there. Just go ahead and pour that in.
Oh.
All right.
And then grab your orange.
Got it.
Okay, so the same cocktail, we're just going to finish it differently. So just take a knife, take a nice peel of that orange. Don't get a lot of the white part. You can get a little bit. Don't get a lot. So just take a nice peel of the orange.
Don't get a lot of the white, just a little bit.
You just want the peel?
Yeah.
No, a little bit of the white you may need just to have some stability because this is the first time you've flamed an orange.
Ooh. Well, I wouldn't say it's the first time Scott's flamed an orange.
Okay, that's fair. That was an assumption on my part that wasn't fair or correct. I'm sorry.
Now
remember, just an ounce, Bart, per hour. I'm just getting like little shavings.
Sorry.
Is it supposed to be a bigger chunk?
You're going to probably want something you can really hold on to because you're going to apply fire and you don't want to burn your fingers.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to, let's see.
Like this, you think this is big enough?
What's up? Whiskey in the 6.
Okay.
They've got a little chat on. Flame on, says Tom R. Flame on.
Flame on. Grab your lighter.
Okay.
Probably don't want to use the torch or you'll burn your fingers. Do you have a lighter or is the torch?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. So the point of flaming an orange, all you're going to do is take the oil that's in the orange and warm it up. So we're going to warm it with the fire. We're going to squeeze the orange peel and that oil is going to light on fire and it'll go straight into the glass. So hold it over your glass that you got the cocktail there that you were just, wherever it went. Okay. So hold it over the top. I have to move it because I don't want to get burned. So you don't have to move it necessarily, but you want to basically try to hold it face down so that when you squeeze it, that juice is going to go right in.
Yeah, I don't think I made a big enough chunk.
Here, no, the bottom part.
The white part?
The white part down.
Is that?
Nope. Orange part down, white part up.
So you don't listen to me. That's first rule. Scott paid attention. I'm like, you're doing it wrong. Nope, dummy.
And I don't know if you're going to be able to squeeze it that way because you have to squeeze it on the sides.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you. Let me show you on this one. And then in the meanwhile, Bart, cut him a bigger piece of orange.
Okay, we'll do.
Don't cut yourself.
I will try not to.
Well, I started to get some oil out of it.
All right. So, boy, I got lots of air moving in here. All right.
I think you're supposed to cut away from yourself.
Probably a good idea. I don't think the doctor's here this year, so you don't want to have stitches, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Look at that. That's a good one.
Okay.
Did it flame? No.
This one should work.
Okay, take a look at this one and see if we can get this one to flame. It doesn't work every time, but we'll give it a try.
All right, I'm watching you. He's flaming.
Did you see it?
No, Bart was talking.
Sorry.
I'm going to get another one.
It looked good, though, I'm sure. I'll not talk while you're doing it.
All right. Okay, I'll talk us through this next one here. It flamed well, so hopefully I have a good orange.
Oh, yeah, mine just did.
Yeah, he flamed it.
All right. Once it flames, just take that the orange part, kind of rub it around the top of the glass, and then you can drop it in there.
Drop the orange in there?
Right into the cocktail. Come on.
You're good. I did see him flame it.
All right. So just rub it around that glass, drop it in, and then do the same thing. Smell the cocktail first and then take a taste of it and see how different it is from the first one.
Ooh. Really? No,
So you get that toasted orange oil, which has a very different smell than just regular orange.
Really? I think I like that better.
I can.
That is interesting.
So same cocktail finish 2 different ways, very different flavor.
Very. Yeah, it's got that beautiful, sweet, tangy orange.
That orange oil will just kind of sit on the surface of the cocktail. So you're going to get that on the nose the whole time. You'll get it on the palate too, a mix. Plus you also rubbed it around the top of the glass. That
smoke is still a wonderful scent as you come in on this cocktail.
So I have a giveaway today too, and I have my what we call the Maven Road Fashioned Kit.
Wow!
So it's got the orange bitters, the demerara syrup, and orange in it, and a couple small bottles of whiskey. So you can make it on. They're all plain size, so you can make it on the plane. So not just you. Somebody else will get to make one of these today. Well,
we love it. Way to go!
Now wait, we still have another one to make though, right?
We do.
Yeah.
You guys ready to jump on to the next one?
Yes. Well, did you want to work? When did you want to work in the giveaway? Did you want her to work in?
Well, no, let's go through. We've still got, we're early on.
Oh, yeah,
we'll get the other one.
Yeah,
we got plenty of time. So we'll make the other one up, and then we'll do the giveaways. How do you want to do yours based off of a trivia question from the show?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to say generally that's what we do. So
that means they have to pay attention. Wow, that is delicious. I like both of them. You're right, but the sweet little tangy oranginess in there.
And that one's a little bit more of a traditional old fashioned, right? The tobacco smoke is less traditional.
Got it.
Well, and I told her when I first contacted Lisa, and I wanted to say, because I see Instagram or social media posts and all these smoked glasses and people doing that. And I wanted to say, if you have something along those lines, let's do it. But I didn't say anything about it.
You didn't want to set a
standard. Right.
Right.
And what'd she do?
Did it.
Smoked a glass.
Knew it.
Well, anybody who follows me knows that I have a love affair with smoke. It can be smoky whiskeys, smoky tequilas or mezcals, smoky. I love cigars. I love smoking glasses. I'm smoking salmon in the smoker today, as a matter of fact. So smoke is my jam. So I could not send you something that didn't have smoke in it. Just had to share.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. That is delicious. Yeah, you better keep that away from me.
Well,
That's why I sent you guys extras for later when you can actually sit down and sip and enjoy.
Well, and you said something about, having the extras and having either extra glasses or having a bowl to dump the leftovers in so you could reuse the same glasses. But I was thinking that Cousin Shane and Shakes Pennington would be here to finish the leftovers, but they're not here yet.
They're not yet.
So, okay.
All right.
Two new glasses.
Got it.
Do we need to, should we rinse the stuff out of here? Are we going to reuse this?
We're going to reuse it. I probably won't bother rinsing. Whiskey's whiskey. It'll all taste delicious.
Good call.
I just wiped it out.
You wiped it.
Perfect. All right. So you have High West Double Rye, Jameson Black Barrel, Ancho Reyes. You've got a little bottle of Fee Brothers Chocolate Bitters, and then you have a little spritzer of Lagavulin. So it should be pretty much every other bottle that you have there.
Yep. We got all those right here.
All right. So the thought behind the Whiskey Social cocktail is that I wanted to use 3 different kinds of whiskey. So it has American in the High West Double Rye. You've got Irish whiskey with the Jameson Black Barrel, and then the Lagavulin 16s. You've got Scotch. And the point of the Whiskey Social is that for many of us, the whiskey community, whiskey is what has brought all of us together. I know thousands of people I wouldn't have known otherwise without this being the catalyst to do it. And so Whiskey Social, kind of playing off the old, church socials from back in the day, of something that brings you together. And that's really what whiskey has done, I think, for all of us. I certainly wouldn't know you and wouldn't have been able to be on the show with you if it were not for this shared passion that we all have. So this is a way to marry those things together.
Yes.
Now, on that real quick, because you just started a YouTube channel as well, Cocktail Maven, go look her up and subscribe, because I think you had 3 or 5 subscribers the other day.
I haven't been using YouTube a whole lot, but it's time. We keep getting asked to do a lot more video content. So
yeah,
good.
We'll do it. Luscious Life will be out there on YouTube.
Good.
All right, let's make this cocktail. Start with the High West. You need an ounce of that.
No, let's just pour it all in there.
Well, that's an ounce, isn't it?
2.
Oh, you're scaring me. He's going to blow our schedule on there right now. And boom, it's all in.
You could double everything.
Oh.
Okay, an ounce of you want to pour this? You can do this one.
You're good. I love the Jameson Black Barrel. Love it.
Good. Go put an ounce of that one in too.
Okay. Get an ounce of that in. Good. Hold on. This one, though. Hold on.
Careful.
I'm getting a warning. I love the Black Barrel.
I just have to say thank you for allowing me to make cocktails at 10 a.m. for a legitimate purpose without any of those terrible things that we sometimes call people who normally drink cocktails at 10 a.m. So thank you for that.
There you go. It's educational.
Mm-hmm.
Ancho Reyes, half ounce of the Ancho Reyes.
Ooh.
So Ancho Reyes is a liqueur, which means sweet. Liqueur always means sweet if you see that on a label. But because it's Ancho Reyes, it's full of ancho chilies, so it's got a heck of a bite to it too. It's very spicy.
Really?
A half ounce.
Do
Way down there.
I want to try a little sip of that then.
You want to try a little bit of that?
Oh,
It comes in 2 varieties. It comes in a red and a green.
It's red. It's in there.
It's been made since the 1920s in
You wanna
Mexico.
go over? Here.
So the spiciness of the Ancho Reyes goes nice with the rye whiskey.
Ooh, wow.
It's spicy, huh? How much did you drink?
I just took just a little,
please.
sip, but you can taste
He buried it.
You can taste the like not a chili, the green. I don't know what
The ancho chilies.
ancho chili is, but I mean, it reminds me of like the long green chilies.
Wasn't sure where
Must
you were
be
going.
what that is, but
Hold on. Oh,
yeah.
You both may have just destroyed your palate for this cocktail.
No. Sorry. Hold on. We'll cleanse.
No, you're fine. You need a little bit of
that
that
is good.
Demerara.
That's tasty.
Isn't that good?
How much of the Demerara?
Just a 1/4 ounce. It's just a splash, basically.
1/4 ounce. Quarter.
Oh.
Quarter. Not a half. You wanted it sweeter, didn't you?
No, that was a 1/4.
Oh, okay.
You can't see.
Okay. Last ingredient is the bitters.
Ooh.
So-
Is it just
You have-
orange bitters?
Fee Brothers Aztec chocolate bitters. So you have just a little blue bottle of them.
Yep.
We got it.
All right. And then I think I had to put it in a spray bottle for you. So do like 10 sprays. You would never normally spray bitters. It was just how I packaged it up for you.
So would you say 10?
Yeah, do like 10. So Aztec bitters, it has a chocolate flavor, tastes kind of like mole. And for anybody that doesn't know, bitters are essentially herbs that are infused into super high proof alcohol. So like an Everclear type proof level for bitters. And they can come in all sorts of flavors. You smell the chocolate?
Yeah, we do.
So you got chocolate, you've got spice. So let's put some ice in there and stir that up a bit. And then we'll prepare our glass.
Hold on. I want to do big one. Look at that. Hold on. I'm coming in with a big stir thing. Like I'm making a fudge brownie.
You guys are cocktail making badasses. I'm just going to say.
Hold on. Was that fat asses? Love it.
All right, let's let that sit for a second and prepare the glass. Grab the little bottle of Lagavulin I gave you, Lagavulin 16.
Ooh. Bart drank it all.
Oh, yeah. What are you doing there? You're spritzing.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Spritzer.
Yes. So what you'll see bartenders do is pour a quarter ounce in a glass. They give it a swirl and then they dump it out. But depending on where you live, this stuff's 80 to 100 bucks a bottle. So I do not pour anything out. So take that spritzer and just coat the inside of both of those glasses.
Yeah. Any bartender pouring Lagavulin out.
Pour it out in my mouth, baby.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Ooh, that does. Wow. Look at this. What are you doing? Look at that. I'm trying to capture.
That just smells. That's what heaven smells like. I'm just saying.
Didn't want to waste any.
Wow. That is good.
All right. So put ice in your glasses now.
Okay. Good saving. Nice.
We're going to split the cocktail between the two.
Nice. You're the better splitter.
You stir it already?
It's stirred. It was masterfully stirred. Nice. This is the dangerous. We could blow our. Look at that. Looks good.
Smells good.
Take that Lagavulin, put 2 more spritzes over the top.
I like the way she talks.
Finish it off.
Oh my! A little closer. A little closer. Boom. No. Oh. Hello. Woo. That's good. That would attract the ladies.
Like perfect.
Actually, I'd have like dudes coming over. I smell peat bog. I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
I think I got some funky breath going.
Hold on, you're blowing your palate. Stay away. Stay away. No. Look at this. Out of control.
There's a whole lot of ladies on Team Pete. You'd be getting some money.
No, you're right. You're right.
All right, same process. So Slancha, let's try these. Give them a smell first, and then
I can smell the peat.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm.
What are you tasting there?
I was looking for the Ancho Reyes peppers, but I don't get it.
Shows up in the finish.
There's a little bit of a spice pepper on the finish with it.
Yep, it hits you at the back palate.
Yeah.
Yep, and I get the beautiful sweet open.
Yeah, the rest is just a whiskey cocktail with the smoke of the peat, and then that.
Well, and you get the
on
Lagavulin on the nose, which is again, as you're going in, you're getting that on the nose, which at first was confusing my palate because I'm always just drinking neat, but then that was a nice little and then the sweetness.
But and just the sweetness added of the chocolate bitters as
you
well.
Taste the chocolate, you get just a little bit of the chocolate chili, almost like a mole. If people like mole sauce, it's almost like a mole sauce.
Holy moly.
Yes.
Mole.
Well, yeah, I can smell peat from across the bar, and it beckons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's poured something, and I just wander over like we're friends.
Hey, well, if you both love peat, you've already got solid ground to start that friendship on. So this method of spritzing the Lagavulin into the cocktail and over the top is how I introduce people to peated whiskey versus trying to pour them an ounce of neat, which is very overpowering to your palate the first time you've had it. I will spritz it over the cocktail into the cocktail very lightly because most people like the smell even if they don't love the taste of it. And it's a great way to start adapting a palate to understanding peat see how it intermixes and complements other flavors. And in pretty short order, you're ready to start tasting peated whiskeys just a little bit at a time. So
that's genius.
Works well.
Very much, yeah.
Another great way is the Whiskey Del Bach Dorado out of Tucson, with that mesquite finish.
Yeah. Hold on. we just reviewed that bad boy, and
the distiller's cut. Nice.
Love it.
Okay, I can't see the chat window. How many cocktail haters are there? There's always cocktail haters on there.
I haven't seen any.
Nope, not with the Dummies yet.
And you picked up a few subscribers on the Cocktail Maven YouTube channel.
So. Darn, now I got to make content.
Yeah,
there's more haters for Zima. Yeah, because we finish out the 12 hours of boom with Zima.
Yeah, the whole thing last year, I would tease Scott that the new limited release Zima was coming out and he had to get it. And we had a couple live guests come in, and one of them brought a 6-pack of Zima. So we finished out the night last year, and we're going to do it again this year.
Yes, I watched that. I really wanted to hear Shane play Around the Fire, but I had to shut it off because the Zima was just too much for me.
Now go back to the orange. I was going to declare this one my favorite, but then I went back to the orange, and they're both good in their own right. I don't know that the orange on the nose really on that one before it even hits the palate is what does it.
The toasted orange oil is a beautiful smell. It's very different than just a standard orange peel.
It is, and then I expect it to be almost too sweet on the palate, and then it's not. But it's because that nose is so orangish.
One of my favorite things about making cocktails is taking you through the whole journey, right? You drink with your eyes first, and then with your nose, and then with your mouth. And if each one of those experiences is a little bit different and a little bit unexpected, then it becomes very memorable.
I like that. That's the crafting. I mean, I really appreciate what you're able to do in the making of your bitters, and because those orange bitters, you said that was like a labor of love. That's intensive, isn't it?
It takes about 6 weeks to make a batch.
Really?
Wow. Do you mind just briefly, what do you do?
Sure. So the base is Everclear, and then I put in a whole bunch of spices and herbs. So things like fresh orange peel, dried orange peel, a bittering agent called gentian. So that's pretty common. Cinchona bark, which is where quinine comes from, or gin and tonic. So tonic water has quinine in it. That comes from the bark of the cinchona tree. So it's it's another bittering agent. It's got cloves, cinnamon, allspice. It has all of this. It sits for a month, just like that. Then you take all the spices and peels out. You put those with sugar and water, boil them up, and then you put it all back in again for a couple more weeks. And then the whole thing has to be strained through coffee filters to make sure that you get all of the sediment out, which takes about a day because it just strains so slowly through coffee filters. So truly a labor of love. But if you have a flavor that you love, and I really did design them specifically for old fashions for whiskey cocktails. So it's meant to bring out all of those flavors in the bourbon that you like, not cover them up, not mask them, and not hide them. So I spent a long time designing that flavor profile that I really wanted in those bitters.
Wow. Smoking Man is asking how he can get a bottle of the bitters. Do you sell them?
I have never sold them. So I generally, I trade whiskey with people and I'll include them. And so if people really want a bottle, and for me, because they're so hard to make and they take so long, I'm happy to share them. I just have to know that somebody really is going to use them and not stick them on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
They make people happy, then I'm happy to share. So, and tell Smoking Man, I mean, the easiest way to get it is to pay attention and win the contest in a few minutes, and I'll send you the whole kit.
There you go.
And we better get moving. We got about 10 minutes left.
10 minutes. Okay.
So, a couple of things on our end real quick. We do have a 12 Hours of Boom t-shirt for limited time. It's up on the website. Our website, also go to the events tab. We've got a new page for our 5th anniversary in October.
Whiskey gathering here in Wichita.
Go there, check that out. Go to Cocktail Maven's channel on YouTube. Subscribe to her. She's going to try to be posting more stuff. Yep. She has a podcast she does with Bourbon Sipper. Together, they're called The Luscious Life. And I think you can find all three of you on Instagram: Bourbon Sipper, Luscious Life, and Cocktail Maven. So, do you have a trivia question that you want to ask the viewers? So everybody that's watching, Lisa's going to ask a question. The first person to answer it right is going to win a traveling kit from her.
Let's see here. How about instead of a cocktail question, which seems almost unfair, how about a bourbon question? I'm going to include a mini bottle of batch number 12 bourbon. Who makes that?
Batch number 12 bourbon.
It's probably not available very many places besides the distillery would be my guess, which is why I thought it'd be a fun question.
All right.
I don't even know that.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, batch number 12 bourbon. Number 12?
That let's see. Okay.
Well, don't show it.
No, I got the finger over the
Oh,
distillery name. I was just showing the bottle to see if you could see the 12. I can give a hint if nobody's got it. That looks like a Seahawks number 12 to me.
Somebody says Elijah Craig.
There's
First
Heaven
was
Hill. Elijah Craig, Heritage Distillery, Buffalo.
Bam. Heritage
Distillery, JC.
JC wins. All right. So we've got, here's everything. You've got orange bitters, Demerara syrup. I've got a bottle of Woodford, a bottle of batch number 12, orange slices that are dried because you can't take a fresh orange on the plane. That would be weird.
Gotcha.
And then these are packages of Demerara sugar. So if you run out of the other, then, or you don't want to carry liquid in your bag, you can actually just take a package of the raw sugar with you and make a road fashioned.
Wow.
So JC, give him your email. Do you want to put out your email address for him to contact you at?
Or do you want
Absolutely.
him to? Okay, go ahead.
cocktailmavenaz@gmail.com. Yep, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and on my website, which is cocktailmavenaz.com. So any of those places, just reach out and I will make sure and get that kit in the mail to you this week.
Oh, JC, way to go. That is unique
Yep.
and special.
Now we have to do a giveaway. We're going to give away 2 of our.
You want to do the glasses or do you want to do these first?
Let's get the glasses done.
Okay.
We got 2. There'll be 2 new ones, unused rocks
Unused,
glasses.
yes,
one for
will be.
Patreon, one for the people watching.
Right.
Okay, here. How about if we ask what this was?
Yes.
What Irish whiskey did we just use in the whiskey social cocktail? First person to answer that right gets a Scotch Test Dummies rocks glasses. Rocks glass.
Boom,
rocks
boom,
glasses.
Rocks glass. I want Scott's skull cap. Not
Nope.
yet. Boom, there we
you
go. Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Lewis got it.
Jameson Black Barrel.
Yep.
All right, so Mr. Lewis.
Whiskey Jason was close with Blackbush. Well, no, because that's Bushmills.
Yeah, that's Bushmills, which
Yep.
is good.
So Jameson's Black Barrel.
All right.
Well, actually, do we accept Black Barrel? I think so.
Yeah.
There's only
He knew.
one.
Yeah.
Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, he knew.
Shoot us an email,
Yes.
Mr. Lewis at Scotch Test Dummies
Yes.
at gmail.com.
Yes. Mr. Lewis, I got that down. So he got a glass. And now we're going to do a glass via Patreon. Let me double check just in case anybody else has come on and backed on Patreon because I haven't refreshed here recently. Show 3, Mr. Lewis. Let's see if we got anybody that's still thinking. Whoa, yes, we have. Paul Green. Add Paul Green in there onto the list before we go. Again, last year it worked out. We did a lot of giveaways. There's a regular kind of trivia giveaway, and then we've got a Patreon giveaway. So if you want to get in on that list, please go to Patreon and then look up Scotch Test Dummies and subscribe. You can do it for as little as $1 a month, or you can go up to anywhere you want in there. So let's see. We had another Patreon, but that is a message from Sam. Yes, he's opening his own bottle of Boom with the Ton 1509 Batch 4. That tobacco still smells good.
So we're at 104, Paul Green. Any others?
Yes, no, not yet. So we can go ahead and do
Okay,
it.
we're up to
So
104.
I will be very quiet while you ask Siri to give you a random number.
Hey, Siri, generate a random number between 1 and 104.
Random number between 1 and 104 is 48.
48, baby.
48, and that Patreon supporter is Fletch U.
Fletch you.
Fletch U. We will contact you or contact us And I don't even Christopher Malloy, if you're watching later, I don't know if we've got your contact information. I think everybody else that's Blissful Mista D won something earlier. We'll need your address as well.
Great name. Yeah. By the way, Patreon, now we have it turned on. Please do give us your email or your physical address. We don't spam that with anything, but we do give out the Christmas card, the special, and you get a special thank you card while those supplies last. Those are photos of us looking completely ridiculous. A lot of guys are hanging them on the fridge, freaking out the family. That's all I'm saying.
People are getting asked, why is there strange pictures of two dudes on the fridge?
Right. Yeah. They'll be like, what's up with that? Is that guy in a tub with another guy? Yeah, that's on there.
You know, you've had well over an ounce if you finished both of those off.
I'm big. I'm a big fella. I'm very large. Very large. I purposely drank like only a half ounce on the first two shows just to even it up.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, we're good. Did we want to sign some of these, or is that later?
Yeah,
later.
Later.
Okay, we're going to do the double.
Let's see what else. What else do you have for us, Lisa?
Yeah,
or the people watching?
Else.
Let everybody know where to find you on Instagram, Twitter. Of course, we've talked about your YouTube channel. Tell us about your podcast, how you and Bourbon Sipper got started.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So actually, Alicia, or Bourbon Sipper, and I met via Instagram a couple of years ago, both of us sharing a love for bourbon. So that's how we met. And we were both podcasting on another network and kind of hooked up. She actually was out sick one day, and they asked me to fill in for her. And so that was the first time I'd ever podcasted, which was just a couple of years ago now. And we ended up deciding that, you know what, we got good chemistry. Let's do a show together. So we put the show together a little over a year ago, and we have talked about everything from, I had a really fun interview with Dr. Bill Lumsden of Glenmorangie to, the worst jokes you've ever heard in a bar, to toasts you probably shouldn't give at New Year's, to education on tiki cocktails. This week we had a couple guys out of Dublin, the Whiskey Barons. So we talked Irish whiskey all week this week. Talked about that. I've got a show on vermouth that's dropping on Monday. So we really cover the whole range of alcohol and sort of adulting topics. We got how to pregame, how to recover from a hangover. It covers everything. It's a little bit fun, a little bit educational, a little bit naughty. We like to have a great time. So, and love to have guests.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Good. Tell us again where they can find you. Give that out one more time.
Absolutely. On Instagram, you'll find me at cocktail_Maven. It's the same thing for Twitter. You'll find my podcast on Instagram and Twitter, both at The Luscious Life. And that's lush as in LUSH, Lush Us Life. And our podcast, you can download on pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, any of your normal podcast apps. You can also get it on our website at thelusciouslife.com. And there's links from my Cocktail Maven website as well. So we are all over the intertubes and social medias.
Beautiful.
We got time for, I think, maybe one question here that we have. You are stranded on a desert island when a chest washes ashore.
This is for you to answer.
Yep. You open it. Would you prefer to have one very good bottle of whiskey or 10 bottles of lesser whiskey?
Yeah. So you're stuck on this island. Which way do you go?
I'm going to go with 10 bottles of lesser whiskey. I'm not good at patience and measuring things out and only having a sip of whiskey here or there. So I'm going to have to go with quantity over quality this time. I don't know when I'm getting off the island, and I can't just go through one bottle of whiskey, drown my sorrows, and have nothing to drink.
I like the way you reasoned that out.
See, I'm going one very good whiskey, and I'm killing that thing quick.
See, and I think I'm with you. I would go for the 10 bottles, and then I'd be like, well, if I do one bottle a month, then I would be here for 10 months. I think I could do that. Maybe I could see you adding in, you'd be like, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut in here.
Yep.
I've got a little bit of coconut. We're going to do a little shaving.
That's right. Suddenly I'm making tiki cocktails on the beach.
That's right. By the time you're found, people are like, this is the best coconut cocktail I've ever had. It's unbelievable.
Yep. Sam Spears has taken 10 bottles. Jason Fisk has taken one great bottle.
That's a good one.
So, all right, we're at, Smoking Man says smoked coconut.
Ooh.
Oh, I like the way he thinks.
That is
fire.
Yes.
I have made fire.
All right.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for joining us. Everybody check out Lisa Cocktail Maven on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter, Luscious Life podcast.
Luscious.
And
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. This was awesome. Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Slancha.
Thank you. We'll still be live for a second here.